all men should watch. She's already into you if she does these 8 things. Old Stoic wisdom. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting 2 bodies. By Zrania Aristotle. Have you ever been talking to a woman, and in the back of your mind, you find yourself wondering, is she into me? You might catch her smiling, laughing at your jokes, or giving you that look, but something keeps you unsure. What if I told you that women often express their interest in ways that might not be immediately obvious? She may not say it outright, but the little things she does and says can tell you a lot if you know what to pay attention to. The reality is, many men miss these subtle signals because they get caught up in their own thoughts, trying to figure out what to say or do next. But here's the thing. Understanding the psychology of attraction makes all the difference. Once you start noticing the little clues, like the way she looks at you, how she laughs, or the effort she makes to be close to you, you'll see that she's showing interest in a way that you might have missed before. Once you know the signs, you'll never have to question her feelings again. Welcome to Stoicism Win, where we dig into the intricacies of human behavior, relationships, and personal growth. If you're new here, you're in the right place. We offer practical advice on everything from building deeper connections and boosting confidence to understanding the complex world of human interactions. Today, we're diving into a classic question men have asked for centuries. How do you know if a woman is truly into you? It can seem difficult at first, but the reality is, women often show their interest in ways that aren't as obvious as flirting or compliments. In fact, it's the subtle actions and small behaviors that can reveal the most. By focusing on the less obvious, often overlooked cues, things she might do without even realizing it, you'll gain a deeper understanding of her feelings. Once you start recognizing these signals, you can stop second-guessing and confidently move forward. Whether you're wondering if your crush is interested or just curious about how attraction works on a psychological level, this guide is for you. Stick around and learn how these small signals could completely reshape the way you approach relationships. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join the Stoic Extreme community, where we value growth, clarity, and mastering life's challenges. Let's get started. Sign 1. The lingering eye contact. When it comes to understanding the signals women give when they're interested, one of the most important things you must learn is how to read the subtleties, because, believe me, she's already sending you signs. Take the first one, for instance, the lingering eye contact. It may seem insignificant, but don't be fooled. This is one of the clearest and most powerful indicators of attraction. Have you ever locked eyes with a woman, and instead of her quickly looking away, she holds your gaze just a little longer than usual? That's no accident. It's intentional. She's signaling her interest without uttering a single word. And make no mistake, in the world of the old Stoic wisdom and iron mind, where clarity is power, recognizing such a sign is an act of sharp perception. Eye contact, in its rawest form, is one of the oldest and most primal ways human beings communicate attraction. The moment someone is drawn to you, they'll naturally try to maintain eye contact longer than they would with someone else. It's an unspoken connection, an invisible thread that pulls you closer. You see, this subtle exchange is not random, it's deliberate. If she locks eyes with you, especially if her expression softens or she smiles in return, you're looking at an unmistakable sign that she's into you. This isn't a vague guess, it's rooted in universal human behavior and emotional triggers. When she looks at you, she's not just seeing you, she's absorbing you, engaging with you in a way that speaks volumes. The beauty of eye contact lies in its power to create intimacy. When she holds your gaze, it's like an invitation into her personal space. This is where the Stoic principles come into play. As a man, you must understand the depth of these moments. Holding her gaze is more than a mere exchange of looks. It's a test, a way for her to gauge your level of interest and presence. Do you match her gaze, or do you look away? Are you uncomfortable, or do you embrace the moment? Her eyes are telling you what she feels, and your response speaks to your own strength and confidence. A man with an iron mind doesn't shy away from these small tests. He meets them head-on, with respect and with clarity. And here's where the science behind eye contact gets even more intriguing. Prolonged eye contact triggers the release of oxytocin. The bonding hormone is the same hormone responsible for the deep bond between mothers and their newborns, or between couples in love. When she holds your gaze, it's not just a psychological signal, it's a physiological one as well. Her body is telling her that she feels a deeper connection with you. It's not just her mane that's engaged, her entire being is involved. You must recognize the power of this bond in that moment. However, not all eye contact is equal. There's a fine line between the kind of gaze that signals attraction and the kind that doesn't. If her gaze is warm, inviting, or soft, then take it as a clear sign that she's into you. But if her eyes feel intense, uncomfortable, or hurried, it could mean something else entirely. Perhaps she's curious or just unsure. The key to deciphering her signals lies in the details. Context is everything. Pay attention to the rest of her body language. Is she leaning in, showing signs of being drawn toward you? Does she smile or soften her posture? These are all signs that will give you a more complete picture. The Stoic wisdom teaches us to pay attention to every signal, no matter how small. In this case, it's about reading between the lines and interpreting what's unspoken. Reciprocity plays a huge role here. If you notice her holding your gaze, don't break it off immediately. You must show that you too are present in this moment. Hold her gaze just a bit longer, and maybe even smile. This simple yet powerful act will signal to her that you're not just passively receiving her signals, you're actively participating in the connection. A slight nod, a calm and confident smile, these gestures don't go unnoticed. You're demonstrating your awareness and your interest, sending the message that you're on the same wavelength. Remember, actions speak louder than words. And in the realm of Stoic principles, it's about mastering your own responses. Don't just react. Take control of how you engage, and your confidence will shine through. Attraction often communicates itself in the most subtle of ways. You must remain vigilant, paying attention to these tiny details, because they're everywhere around you, all the time. That's the real power of understanding these signals. When you begin to see these subtle moments for what they are, you'll notice opportunities where you once saw nothing. So, the next time you're engaged in a conversation and she holds your gaze for just a beat longer than usual, don't overlook it. This is her silent declaration that she sees you and that she likes what she sees. And as a man, it's your job to recognize this for what it is, an opportunity. She's not just looking at you, she's allowing herself to be vulnerable in a moment of connection, and you must honor that by reciprocating. Now, I challenge you. Next time you're out in the world, keep your eyes open, literally. Become attuned to the subtle, unspoken signals that are constantly being exchanged. Recognize the signs and understand the power of eye contact in fostering connections. As you hone this skill, you'll find yourself navigating the world with the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you can understand the language of attraction. And don't forget, this isn't just about looking for signs. It's about being present and engaged, living the Stoic principles with intention, and ensuring your iron mind is ready for whatever comes your way. Sign 2. The Playful Tease. Now let's move on to the second sign, the Playful Tease. This one is a lot of fun, but it's also incredibly revealing. Women, when attracted to a man, use playful teasing as a way to build a deeper connection and gauge his confidence. It's far more than just joking around. It's a subtle but significant method of flirting, designed to see how you handle the situation. Do you laugh along with her, confident in your own skin? Or do you react defensively, shutting down the interaction? The way you respond says a lot about you and whether you have the charisma and attitude she's looking for. This type of playful teasing isn't just a random act of humour. It's a calculated strategy to create a sense of intimacy and connection. When a woman teases you, she's breaking down emotional barriers, signalling that she's comfortable with you and willing to let her guard down. It's her way of saying, I trust you enough to share this fun, light-hearted side of me, and I want to see if you can match my energy. In the realm of attraction, these subtle moments matter, especially when you realize that what's being communicated isn't always about the words, but about how you both engage in these little exchanges. At its core, playful teasing is all about social bonding. It's a method of creating rapport, seeing if there's compatibility, and testing whether you both enjoy each other's company. She wants to know if you can handle her playful side, and if you can give as good as you get. After all, no one wants to be stuck in a dull relationship where the sparks are missing. She's subtly checking if you can keep things interesting, if you're dynamic enough to keep up with her. It's a reflection of energy, humour, and how well you're able to connect with her emotionally. But here's the catch. Not all teasing is created equal. If the teasing is light, fun, and harmless, then it's a strong sign she's into you. However, if the tone shifts and her teasing starts to feel mean-spirited or overly critical, that could indicate something else entirely. This is where paying attention to the finer details becomes crucial. Is she smiling while teasing you? Does her body language match her playful words? These signs tell you whether she's genuinely engaged or if something feels off. The key is being perceptive and attuned to how the interaction makes you feel and how she's responding. And here's where you can show your own skill in handling playful teasing. Reciprocity. If she's teasing you, don't shy away from teasing her back. This is where the chemistry truly begins to flourish. Playful banter is a two-way street, and by engaging in it, you strengthen the bond you're building. But remember, there's a line between teasing and crossing boundaries. Keep it light, fun, and respectful. The best kind of teasing creates a sense of excitement, not discomfort. The next time she teases you, don't let it slide past you without recognizing what it really means. It's not just friendly chatter, it's a powerful, albeit subtle sign that she's interested. She's telling you, I enjoy your company, and I want to keep this fun and engaging. This is where attraction starts to manifest, often in the most understated ways. When you pick up on these small yet significant signals, you'll start to notice the opportunities around you. So remember the Stoic rules, pay attention to the small signs, read between the lines, and recognize that attraction often operates in subtle ways. Take cues from the Old Stoic teachings that focus on clarity, confidence, and knowing how to read situations without being swayed by external distractions. When she teases you, don't brush it off. Lean into the moment with a sharp wit and a keen understanding. In the path of wisdom, this is a step toward deeper connection, understanding, and mastery of your interactions. Keep your sense of humour intact, because it's the key to unlocking the door to deeper attraction. When you respond confidently, not only will you show that you're capable of handling her teasing, but you'll also position yourself as a man who knows how to play the game of attraction. Sign 3. The subtle touch. Let's dive straight into this. The subtle touch. This is no ordinary gesture. It's a powerful, primal signal that carries immense weight in the game of attraction. Picture this. She casually brushes your arm, nudges you playfully, or touches your hand in passing. It might seem insignificant, but believe me, it's far from trivial. This is the moment when a barrier is broken. A woman doesn't touch you out of mere habit. She does it because she's testing the waters, carefully gauging your reaction. Do you pull away? Do you lean into it? Or do you mirror her touch and invite the connection further? How you respond speaks volumes about your own level of interest and comfort. You must understand one thing. Touch is a language, one older and more primal than words themselves. This form of communication has existed for millennia, and its power has not diminished. Epictetus, a great Stoic philosopher, taught that wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The same principle applies to attraction. It is the subtle, almost imperceptible touches that carry the most profound meanings. Women communicate interest through physical contact because it's the quickest way to bridge the gap between mere acquaintances and something deeper. It's her way of saying, I want to move this beyond surface level. You must pay attention, because the body speaks when words fail. let's talk about why touch matters so much. The moment her hand brushes yours, or she lightly touches your arm, it's not just a physical connection, it's a signal of intimacy, a clear sign she feels comfortable around you. But more importantly, it's the chemistry at work. Touch releases oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. This same hormone binds mothers to their newborns and partners to each other. When she touches you, it's more than her mind at play. It's her entire being reacting. She's creating a bond, one touch at a time. It's a biological reaction to connection, a deeper, almost subconscious feeling of, I want more of this. Now, pay close attention to the nuances of the touch. Is it light and playful? Does she initiate it without hesitation? Or is it forced, awkward, and uncomfortable? Here's where you separate the signal from the noise. If her touch feels natural, if it's effortless and intimate, that's a clear indication that she's interested in you. If it feels out of place, detached, or mechanical, it's more likely a polite gesture than a sign of affection. Look for the context. Is she smiling? Is she leaning in closer to you? These are the signals that matter. They transform an ordinary touch into a language of attraction that only the attentive can decode. And remember, not every touch is created equal. There's an art to knowing when to make your move. And here's the kicker. Reciprocation is key. When she touches you, don't freeze up. Respond. A subtle touchback, perhaps on her arm, or a playful nudge. This shows her that you're not only paying attention, but that you're equally invested in building that connection. The best part? It's in the simplest moments. A brief exchange of touch can transform an ordinary encounter into something profound, something meaningful. But don't get ahead of yourself. Be respectful. Keep it light. Keep it playful. And avoid crossing boundaries. No one likes a touch that feels forced, invasive, or out of place. As you navigate the world of attraction, remember that the smallest gestures can have the biggest impact. This is a key lesson from Epictetus's wisdom. What is a good man? One who knows his limits, his strengths, and his weaknesses. A good man does not need to prove himself, but shows his worth in the quiet, subtle actions. So when she touches your arm or finds an excuse to make contact, don't simply dismiss it. Understand the message she's sending. She's opening the door for more. She's saying, I trust you, I want to get closer. That, my friend, is a signal you cannot afford to ignore. In today's world, subtlety is often overlooked. But for men like you, men who know the value of stoicism and emotional control, understanding these small signs gives you the power to take charge of your interactions. Every touch she makes is a stepping stone toward building something deeper. It's your chance to reciprocate, to push past the superficial, and truly connect on a deeper level. When you start recognizing these signals, you'll see them everywhere. That's how you win. That's how you turn attraction into something lasting. And this is where the modern world betrays us. With technology and social media, we have lost the art of subtle communication. People miss the cues, the small gestures that reveal everything. But you won't miss them. You'll see the signs because you're paying attention. The touch is a whisper. The question is, do you hear it? Do you recognize what it means? Touch can be fleeting, but the right response can change everything. When she touches you, don't just react. Engage, take control. Epictetus understood this truth. The obstacle is the way. Your reaction to these subtle cues can be the very thing that leads you down the path to success. So the next time she brushes your arm or places a hand on yours, remember, it's no accident. It's an invitation. It's a sign that she's into you. Don't ignore it. Embrace it. Respond. You've been given the chance to move beyond the surface. Will you take it? Pay attention, stay sharp, and you'll see that these subtle touches are just the beginning. Sign 4. The curiosity factor. Now, let's dive into the fourth sign. The curiosity factor. This one is all about her wanting to know more about you. You know those moments when she's asking you personal questions about your life, your hobbies, your dreams, or even your favourite foods? It might seem like she's just making conversation, but there's often more to it than that. When a woman is attracted to you, she'll naturally want to dig deeper and learn more about who you are. Let's break this down. Curiosity is a powerful indicator of interest. When someone is genuinely into you, they'll want to know everything about you, not just the surface level stuff, but the things that make you, you. She'll ask questions that go beyond small talk because she's genuinely interested in your thoughts, your experiences, and your perspective. It's her way of building a deeper connection and showing that she values you as more than just a casual acquaintance. But here's why this is so important. Curiosity is a sign of emotional investment. When she's asking you personal questions, it's because she's trying to figure out if you're someone she can see herself with long-term. She's not just passing the time, she's actively trying to get to know you on a deeper level. And that's a huge compliment. Now, let's talk about the psychology behind this. Curiosity is rooted in something called self-disclosure theory. This is the idea that when two people share personal information with each other, it creates a sense of intimacy and trust. By asking you personal questions, she's inviting you to open up and share more about yourself. And when you do, it strengthens the bond between you. But here's the key. Not all questions are the same. If she's asking you about your passions, your goals, or your childhood, it's a good sign she's into you. On the other hand, if her questions feel superficial or forced, it might just be polite conversation. The key is to pay attention to the depth and sincerity of her questions. Is she genuinely listening to your answers? Is she asking follow-up questions? These are all clues that can help you decode her signal. And let's not forget the power of reciprocity. If she's asking you personal questions, don't be afraid to ask her some in return. This creates a natural back and forth and shows her that you're interested in getting to know her too. Just make sure to keep the conversation balanced. No one likes feeling like they're being interrogated. So the next time she's asking you personal questions, don't just brush it off as small talk. Recognize it for what it is, a subtle but powerful sign that she's into you. It's her way of saying, I want to know more about you because I see potential here. And trust me, that's a signal you don't want to miss. Remember, attraction is often communicated in the smallest, most subtle ways. When you start paying attention to these little details, you'll see opportunities everywhere. So keep your ears open, and you might just discover that she's been sending you signals all along. Sign 5. The mirror effect. Let's dive deeper into one of the most telling signs, the mirror effect. At first glance, this may seem like something unimportant or merely coincidental, but make no mistake. It's a potent and subconscious signal of attraction. You've probably noticed it in your interactions with her. Those little moments when she mirrors your gestures, your posture, or even your tone of voice. It's subtle, yet undeniably powerful. What may appear to be random behavior is, in fact, her body and mind telling you something significant about her feelings toward you. This is more than just coincidence. This is her unspoken way of signaling that she feels a connection to you. Let's take a moment to explore the essence of the mirror effect, also known as mirroring. This behavior is deeply rooted in human nature. It happens naturally when two people feel drawn to one another. Think of it as a silent dance, a harmonious alignment between two individuals, without either one needing to say a word. It's an instinctual response that creates a bond, a sense of unity. When she mirrors your actions, whether it's the way you sit, your facial expressions, or even the tone of your voice, she's essentially saying, I feel in sync with you. And that is a powerful indicator of attraction. It's like your body is telling you something that words can't. Now let's break down why this is so important. Mirroring is not just a random act, it's a sign of emotional synchrony. When two people are emotionally connected, they subconsciously begin to match each other's movements and rhythms. It's the kind of rapport that builds trust. It's not just about shared activities, it's about shared energy. If she's mirroring your gestures, movements, or speech, it means she feels emotionally comfortable and wants to deepen that connection. It's a way of saying, I want to bond with you, I trust you. And this kind of connection is no small thing. It's built on trust and emotional resonance. To understand this better, let's turn to the psychology behind it all. Mirroring comes from a concept called Lee synchrony, which refers to the deep, almost instinctual connection that happens when two individuals are emotionally aligned. Her brain is picking up on subtle, unconscious signals from you, and in response, she subconsciously mirrors your actions as a way of communicating comfort, interest, and attraction. Her behavior is not forced. It's simply her mind and body reacting to the signals you're sending. This is the kind of attraction that's not loud or overt. It's quiet, but it speaks volumes. But here's the important part. Not all mirroring is the same. Subtle mirroring is a sign of attraction, but it must feel natural. If she's mirroring your posture, your gestures, or even your tone of voice in a way that feels authentic and fluid, it's a clear sign she's into you. On the other hand, if her actions seem exaggerated or overly deliberate, you might be witnessing a forced attempt at mimicking, which can indicate discomfort or simply a coincidence. The key to recognizing genuine attraction is to observe the context of the situation. How is she behaving overall? Is she leaning in towards you when you talk? Is she smiling? Does her energy feel aligned with yours? These are all crucial signals to decode. Another important aspect to remember is the power of reciprocity. If you notice her mirroring you, it's a good idea to subtly mirror her back. Why? Because when you mirror her actions in return, it creates a natural feedback loop, reinforcing the bond between the two of you. But tread carefully. This must be done subtly. No one likes to feel like they're being copied intentionally. Keep it natural. When done right, this mirroring exchange deepens the emotional connection and enhances trust between you. It's an unspoken, yet profound way of building rapport. So the next time you notice her mirroring your behavior, don't just dismiss it as nothing. Recognize it for what it truly is, a powerful and subtle sign that she's attracted to you. It's her way of saying, I feel connected to you, and I want to make that bond even stronger. Don't let this opportunity slip by unnoticed. In the modern world, where much of our communication is verbal, paying attention to these nonverbal cues can give you invaluable insights into the dynamics of attraction. It's not just about what's said, it's about what's felt. And often, the smallest signs carry the most weight. Attraction isn't always loud or obvious. More often than not, it's conveyed in the quietest of ways, like the slight mimicry of a gesture or a subtle change in posture. These little details are often the best clues. When you start to notice these signals, you open the door to deeper understanding. You see, she's not just talking to you with her words, she's talking to you with her body, with her movements, with her energy, and once you begin to recognize these signs, you'll realize just how much she's been telling you all along. In a world full of distractions and superficial connections, these moments of true synchrony stand out. They are like the paths of wisdom the Old Stoic thinkers once spoke of, subtle yet profound in their power to reveal the deeper truths of human nature. Remember the Stoic rule of awareness. Pay attention to the small things. When you become aware of these quiet signals, you can navigate the complexities of human relationships with greater insight. This is the path of wisdom, a reminder that the strongest connections are often those built on understanding the unspoken language between two people. So the next time you find yourself in her company, watch closely. Her actions, her energy, and her subtle mimicry may just be the keys to understanding how she feels about you. This is the path of connection. Sign 6. The protective behavior. Don't miss this. When a woman starts to show protective or caring behaviors towards you, it's a clear signal that she's interested in you on a much deeper level. This is not just about small gestures. It's about her investing in your well-being, your happiness, and even your health. She might ask if you've eaten, check on your emotional state, or notice when you're stressed or upset. These behaviors seem trivial, but don't be fooled. They are powerful indicators of emotional investment. Women, by nature, are nurturers. This is an instinctual part of who they are. When she looks after you, it's not just about kindness. It's about her caring for you in ways that go beyond superficial interest. The psychology behind this protective instinct is rooted in attachment theory, the deep-seated human drive to protect those we care about. So when she shows you these behaviors, whether it's reminding you to take care of yourself or expressing concern about your well-being, it's her way of saying, I'm here for you. I want to see you thrive. These are not mere thoughts, they are actions. A woman displaying protective behaviors is emotionally investing in you, making sure that your mental and physical health remain intact. It's a way of building emotional intimacy, a foundational pillar for any meaningful relationship. The protective behavior shows that she feels strongly about you, and when you reciprocate these actions with genuine appreciation and acknowledgement, this bond strengthens, growing into something even more profound. Don't take this lightly. If you see her being extra caring or protective, don't brush it off. This is not a mere act of politeness or chance. It is an unmistakable sign of attraction. It's a sign that she's invested in you because, in her eyes, you're worth it. So next time she shows concern, whether it's about your late night hours or reminding you to get enough rest, recognize it as a clear signal. She's interested in you. And if you are wise enough to embrace this and respond with the same level of care, you are not just building a connection, you are nurturing a bond that can last. Trust in the old Stoic wisdom. The way you handle the small moments, the little gestures, is often what determines the strength of your relationships. The iron mind of a Stoic understands that emotional investment is a two-way street. You must not only accept the care and concern, but also give it in return. If you allow this protective behavior to deepen your connection, you will find yourself on the path to something truly lasting and meaningful. Sign 7. The shared future talk. When a woman begins to speak about the future, specifically about a future that includes you, it's one of the clearest indicators that she's genuinely interested in you. This might come in the form of casually mentioning activities she envisions doing with you, whether it's a simple weekend getaway, a trip abroad, or an adventure that excites her. At times, it could even extend to more serious discussions about long-term goals, such as building a life together, starting a family, or aligning career paths. She might talk about where she wants to live, or ask about your thoughts on where you both could settle down, slowly weaving you into her vision of tomorrow. It's an ordinary conversation, but with extraordinary weight. It's a powerful sign of how she's beginning to see you not as a temporary companion, but as someone integral to her long-term narrative. Why is this crucial? You have to understand that when she starts mentioning these future plans with you, it's not just idle chit-chat. It's her way of telling you that she envisions you in her life in a meaningful, lasting way. In the world of old Stoic wisdom, we know that the greatest forms of relationship are built on stability and vision. A woman thinking about the future with you isn't just enjoying the present moment. She's projecting you into her horizon, mentally and emotionally placing you in the path of her life's journey. You are no longer someone she's just passing time with. You're someone she's starting to imagine as a cornerstone of her life's foundation. This is where you must act decisively. Don't take this for granted, and don't mistake it for mere small talk. It's a deliberate choice she's making to include you in the long-term picture. The old Stoic would remind you that wisdom lies in understanding and acknowledging the deeper currents beneath a seemingly casual conversation. You must approach this situation with clarity and confidence. Her words are not just signals, they're invitations. Invitations to not only participate in her life, but to shape a shared future. This is a pivotal moment, a test of both your awareness and your readiness for deeper commitment. Men often falter here, overthinking the implications, second-guessing the sincerity of the message. They don't realize that when a woman discusses the future with you, she's laying out a roadmap. The paths of wisdom tell us to listen carefully to the intentions hidden behind these words. She's already planning, and by sharing this with you, she's offering you a chance to engage on a deeper level. The mistake many men make is to dismiss this as just another casual comment. This is not to be taken lightly. The Old Stoic rule dictates that wisdom comes through understanding the deeper meanings behind actions and words. You need to recognize that this is her way of testing your own vision of the future. Will you step forward, or will you shrink away from the responsibility of building something real? If you find yourself hesitating or unsure, you must stop and reflect on the Stoic principle of embracing what you cannot control, but making sure that you are acting with integrity and purpose in areas that you can influence. The future she speaks of isn't just about the abstract idea of tomorrow. It's about what you both could become together, how your lives could intertwine and flourish in the years to come. This is no time for uncertainty or indecision. In the spirit of old Stoic wisdom, you must be bold enough to step forward, take action, and build that future. Be the kind of man who is capable of not only dreaming with her, but of making those dreams a reality. So take note. When she begins weaving you into her future plans, it's a sign of something much deeper. It means she's already projecting your role in her life. She sees potential in you, and she's choosing to let you into the sacred space of her dreams and aspirations. Don't let this slip by unnoticed. Instead, recognize the profound depth of this gesture and honor it with your own commitment. Remember, relationships founded on shared futures are rooted in strength, and the Stoic way teaches us that strength arises from wisdom, vision, and decisiveness. When she talks about the future, she's not just making small talk, she's laying the groundwork for something real, something lasting. And now, it's your turn to respond in kind. Sign 8. The deep listening. Don't underestimate the power of deep listening. This is one of the most telling signs of attraction, yet it's often overlooked. When a woman listens to you deeply, not just in passing, but with full, undivided attention, it's more than just a polite gesture. It's a clear sign she values you, your thoughts, and your presence. She remembers the smallest details from your conversations, those seemingly insignificant facts you mentioned weeks ago, and brings them up without needing a reminder from you. It's in the way she references things you care about, showing that your words matter to her, and that she is emotionally and mentally invested in your interactions. She doesn't just hear you, she absorbs what you say. Think about it. In a world where distractions constantly pull us away from being fully present, the ability to truly listen is a rare and precious gift. Deep listening is not merely a passive act, it's a conscious choice. It's an act of engagement. It means she's tuned into you, body and soul, and wants to connect with the real you. This is not about superficial pleasantries. When she remembers what you said and references it thoughtfully, it means she sees you as more than a fleeting presence in her life. She wants to understand you on a deeper, more meaningful level. She doesn't just show up physically, she's emotionally engaged. And that is what makes all the difference. If she's asking insightful follow-up questions, if she recalls personal things you've shared, or if she genuinely cares about your thoughts and feelings, then recognize this for what it truly is, a profound signal that she is already into you. Women don't invest this kind of attention and care unless there's genuine emotional involvement. This isn't random behavior. This is evidence that she's invested. When she listens to you like this, when she engages with you in a way that shows she's present and interested, that's the moment you must realize she's already into you. In today's world, where everyone is distracted, fragmented, and too often disengaged, the ability to truly listen is an act of power. It's the modern equivalent of an ancient practice. As Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." The power of listening, of really hearing someone, is often more valuable than any spoken word. When she listens to you in this deep, deliberate way, she is applying this wisdom, effortlessly engaging in an exchange of understanding and emotion. You, as a man, must recognize these signals. Be attentive. Don't ignore them. Don't brush them off. Every time she listens deeply, it is a direct message from her that she cares. It is a personal connection that you should not take for granted. You must, like the Stoic philosopher, embrace this moment and see it for what it truly is. A strong, direct indicator that she is emotionally invested in you. This is the behavior of someone who values not just your physical presence, but your soul, your thoughts, your ideas. A woman who listens like this wants more than just fleeting interaction. She wants to be in tune with you, in the most meaningful sense, and you must act with the confidence that comes from understanding what this really means. Too many men ignore these subtle signs, thinking they are just polite gestures. But no, these are not mere pleasantries. These are emotional investments. You must be present, be confident, and understand the true value of this level of engagement. Don't make the mistake of undervaluing deep listening. This is a powerful tool of connection, one that goes beyond words. In a world of instant communication and shallow conversations, deep listening is a rare and treasured gift. Recognize it for what it is. This is not random. It's not accidental. It's a direct message from her heart to yours, telling you she's already into you. When a woman truly listens, she's not just absorbing your words, she's absorbing your essence. This is the kind of connection that transcends superficial interaction. It's about creating an emotional bond that is grounded in real understanding, real respect, and real attention. This is Stoic wisdom in action: to listen, to understand, and to engage with full presence. It's not about speaking constantly or dominating the conversation. It's about knowing when to listen and recognizing that silence can be as powerful as speech. Be aware, be present. These are not small gestures. This is the foundation of a powerful emotional connection. If you're wise, you'll see these signs clearly and you'll act accordingly. Do not waste this moment. Recognize the signs, recognize the wisdom of deep listening, and act with the confidence of a man who understands that when she listens deeply, she's already into you. There is no ambiguity here, no need for doubt. The signs are clear. She's showing you, through her actions, that she's already emotionally involved. The only thing left for you to do is be present and engage with that emotional investment, just as Epictetus would advise. Recognize the power of emotional connection, and remember, Stoicism wins. And in this case, recognizing the deep listening as a sign of true attraction is the key to winning her heart. Thanks for watching. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with anyone who might benefit, and subscribe for more content on timeless wisdom and practical advice. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you have any feedback or want to discuss these ideas further, feel free to drop your comments below. I'm always interested in hearing your opinions. Remember, understanding the signs and using the wisdom of the Stoics isn't just about the past. It's about how we navigate life today. Stay sharp, stay thoughtful, and see you in the next video.